Okay, so this piece is rather annoying to like deal with at the moment, and so I'm gonna come up with a way of making it less annoying to deal with. Everything else is printed and works just fine. Actually, I forgot to test these parts for sure, the hand slots, but I can do that afterwards. Anyways, but I'm just gonna go ahead real quick, just make a quick little change to this. So, firstly, I gotta find this fillet here and delete it. Okay, and now I gotta start a sketch here. I put a rectangle, not there. Put a rectangle here. It might as well be two. And then this distance has to be from here, so project this. Okay. Alright, so this distance from here to here has to be the sliding tolerance. Alright. And then, I guess I will take this and make that, I don't know, 10? That looks good, right? Does that look good? That looks good. Alright. So now just extrude this all the way to here. Alright. And then fillet all of that. Really shouldn't be putting a fillet on that bottom edge there, but that's fine. I don't really care too much. Let's see. Alright. And give it 1, I believe. That looks better. Okay. 0.75 it is. Alright, and then if I bring back the top and the bottom, maybe make that 7.5. Okay, that looks a lot better actually. 10 was a little too big. What about 5? Okay, 5 feels like it's going to be too small. How about 8, which is ever so slightly bigger than 7.5? No, that's a little too big. So 7.5 is the sweet spot, looks like. Which I'm just eyeballing that. Okay. So now, if I print this, when I pull this out, I'll be able to like have, let's see, I'll be able to like bring it, I'll be able to pull, I'll be able to put my finger underneath this part, right, and my thumb on top of here, right here, and slide it up with only one hand, and then this isn't gonna want to like, it was wanting to do this before, and it's not gonna want to do that anymore. So that's the idea. It is going to require some support material, which is a little bit annoying, but oh well. So now I'll go ahead and save this. How many triangles? A bunch. Replace it, yeah. Then I'll get it sliced, and then I'll get it printed. Okay, so now I have to slice the thing. What are these? Right view, left view, top view, front view, 3D view. Huh. Didn't know that. Okay, well. A, B, C, D. ED top divider. Open. Center. Okay, preview. Support. Generate everywhere. Okay. We've got 23 layers. What's the support look like? What is the support infill? 5? Support density is 5. Let's make it like 10. Yeah, that looks better. 54 minutes. So we're looking at 8 through 10 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 4 layers of support being printed, which is why it's so tiny there. Is that 4 layers? Maybe 5. 1, 2... No, it's 5 layers. But I think that ought to work. And then I'm going to have to also test to make sure that this here doesn't get in the way of the cards, but it ought not to, because like I've got plenty of room in the bigger one, you know, because the bigger one has the space of the smaller one plus 2 wall thicknesses plus a 3rd wall thickness for this, right? So then that's like what, 4 maybe? It's 2 plus a wall thickness plus the sliding tolerance. So like 2 wall thicknesses is more than 2. The 3rd wall thickness is here, right? Right, the 2 wall thickness. So yeah, it should have enough space for it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. ED top divider, save, yes, replace it, okay. Delete that, and then go ahead, figure out if this works by printing it. And I'll get it printed. Okay, so this one's printed, this new divider, and it's not going in all the way unless I force it, because I know why. I know why too. I know why. I forgot that when I made this, I made it on this plane here when I designed it, which means that the space between here and here in the file is 0. So there's only one sliding tolerance in there, and there needs to be a sliding tolerance on both sides. So I have to add another one. Because it's just a little too short. But I can force it, right? Which might be a good thing. Maybe I should have to force it so that when I pull it off, it stays on. But I'm scared I'm gonna break it if I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one more new version of this with the one more, yeah. So I'm just gonna quickly redesign it one more time. It should work perfectly that time. Okay. So I have to go back into the sketch here that created this lip because I need 2 sliding tolerances. And I might even want a little bit more because some of the support material is gonna stick to this, I think. Because I'm looking at it and there's like, you know, little bits of material stuck to it, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and so maybe plus 0.1. That'll make it 0.6, so that's an entire extra layer. Right? Because it was 0.25. Then it was 0.5. Right? So that would have been 2 layers if it was underestimating, 3 layers if it was overestimating. So 0.6 is exactly 3 layers, so I'll just do that. Now if I take and move this direction 0.25 minus 0.05, just to see, it ought to fit just fine. Okay. So I'll go ahead and save this now. Just double check that. Okay, 0.6, got it. Okay. Save. How many triangles? 1336. Replace the old one. Okay. Now I have to slice it. Okay, so if I did this correctly, then when I slice this, it would have about 6 layers of support, I believe. Okay. Need to get a good angle that I can count with. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Okay. That's definitely more than before, because before it was 5. So let me see if I can find the okay. Because what I'm looking through now already is the gray of the model. And I can't, like... Okay, hang on real quick. I just want to see what it's doing. Okay, I'm going to save this. Yeah. Okay, but then I'm going to go back and then I'm going to move this down. No, that didn't help at all. I wanted to see if I could see the grayed out section around this that there usually is when when there's stuff that wasn't printed, right? You know, if you go very close in, very, very close, you can see that grayed out section. That's geometry in the model that isn't filled in by the G code, right? So like, if the printer was 100% perfect at reproducing the red, yellow, and green lines, right, that would be essentially like stuff. This is where the model says the triangle is. This is where the print, this is where the plastic is going to actually be. It's smaller than that. So I'm gonna assume that what it did was it like brought the I'm gonna assume that what it did was the same thing and like just kind of put everything inside the geometry there. So it added one more. Anyways, that's not important. I can go ahead and get this printed now. Okay, so I've got the the next version of this divider printed, and it is far easier to slot onto here, and is just tight enough, thanks to the fact that it has a bunch of imperfections from the support material. It's just tight enough that it'll actually stay on through friction. So I was worried about like how to keep this from falling off of this, or from falling out of this when I want to pull this off of the bottom one, and I know I don't have to worry about that. Oh, difficult through the camera, but we've got a functional divider here. At least I believe it is functional. I will put the two dividers in here, and my deck. I don't need those dividers. Those are not purposeful. And extra deck. Everything fits easily enough that you can put it in very easily. And what's this? Banish? Okay, so apparently a bunch of cards got banished, but no cards went to the graveyard. That's a weird deck. But let's pretend that's a thing that happens. This here divider works, and it actually is a better divider than this one that is built into this one, because it's got this tab here adds a thickness to it, right, so that you can very clearly differentiate the extra deck. This one's fine though, because this one's mine. So like, this one is a lot more easy to use than this one, which is good, because this is the player 2 one. This is, assumably, people are going to be less familiar with this system than me, right? And so they're not going to, so now they can, you know, the only fiddly bit would be having to deal with that little thing there, this thing, right? Possibly getting in the way of things, but you know, if you just know how to push that way, it's fine. Or if you want to turn it this way, that also works. Where's the slot? Yeah, okay, it's in the slot. Right, that also works. So like, it's fine. It's good. I forgot to check this and this on the previous tests. 5, 6, 7. So slip those in is good. Slip these in is good. A single card at a time. Slip it in. It's good. slip it in, is good. So it works. Everything works as intended. Everything functions completely. There's no like massive problems anywhere. So despite the fact that these things keep falling out, I am done. Because I can just melt these on, right? I just gotta take either a hot knife and stick it on there, or I can use my 3D pen to melt it on. But like, yeah, this project is done. I now have, I believe, the best version of a 2-player dealer system that I can have, and it is also a deck box. So all that's left to do is check for which way will be best to have the dividers, because if I have this right on my pants, I still don't know if it's gonna go this way because my leg comes out like that, or if it's gonna go this way because like maybe I don't know, maybe it likes to, because this likes to hang this way, right? So if it likes to hang this way, right, then the best way to have it is for the face of the cards going that way, and then you would, to read it, you would have the dividers this way. But if it wants to hang this way, then the best way would be to have the face of the cards going that way, and then to read the dividers, you put them like that. And I honestly think that this is going to be a case-by-case basis, depending on like who's wearing it and the shape of their leg and the shape of the pants, and how this wants to fit on the belt and how it wants to hang. I forgot that the little tab fell out, so now I have to pick up all those cards. But yeah, this is done now. I'll go ahead and pick up those cards and melt those things into place, and then it's done.